Behold, Game Boys. It's been a while since I did a Game Boy video, and I finally got my hands on my little wireless adapter. Because I thought I lost it, I ended up ordering another two. So I've took one apart, because I like to see the inside of things, and for something back in 2003, quite well made. It just clips onto the back, and it turns your Game Boy into having wireless capabilities instead of that, because that was a pain. Now, let us revisit this wonderfully jank cable, because who doesn't love a bit of a jank? And let me just, because this Game Boy here has an original screen, and as you'll see, it ain't the brightest. You can kind of see it well there actually, it's at a good angle with the lighting. And then we have my new IPS Game Boy there, which a lot brighter, a lot clearer, and has a better pixel density as well, which is a nice bonus. But I've got 4 Pokemon that I want to trade over. That is one of each of the trade evolutions in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, which, funnily enough, is something I've wanted to be able to do since I was a little 7-8-year-old. So I'm looking forward to it. Now, I just need to work out what cable is what, and we will be right back. So, using the power of editing and my HDMI mod along with an audio cable, we should have an image and some nice quality audio for you to be able to see and listen for this one. And then this one, you're just going to have to look at the tiny little screen. Nothing I can do about that, because the SP mods for HDMI outs are a little funny. They come out the side of the screen, and I don't know how I feel about that, with it being like pulled on the screen all the time. I'd prefer not to. Might give it a try one day if people want a video on how to do that. We'll see. But I have set everything up, so we should be linked. Now, go back to where we were. Last time I did it with a cable, I did have a wee bit of trouble getting it to connect. So, we'll just wait for this to save. And what's happening here? This one seems to be taking longer. For trading, you must have 2 Pokemon with you. Oops. This is a fairly new Fire Red save that just get its first badge. I did play it on stream. It didn't go terribly well. I had a lot of problems with this. Turns out the audio for the HDMI mod isn't very good. Very sort of glitchy, makes a lot of crackling noises. So, wouldn't recommend bothering installing it. Don't know if maybe mine's just a slightly faulty model, or if the cables they supply with you just don't have the quality to provide good sound. Honestly, I couldn't speak onto more as why. But my solution: disconnect the cables and use the headphone jack on the original Game Boy, because it does come with a headphone jack. So as long as you've got a USB and audio interface, you can just take the sound from there and into there, which makes it a lot better actually. But enough rambling, we're connected, we can do our link, and oh, it's not easy trying to control 2 at once, I have always said that. So let us get ready to trade. So I think we'll start with my Hunter, and we will go for Mimiam. Mimiam is just going to get traded back and forth here. Both accept. And the wonder of trades. So this animation has a cable. I want to see if the wireless one uses a different animation, as my memory says it does. But again, that was 15 years ago or so, maybe more. So does this screen just have to wait for this one to evolve? Yes, it does. Hey, Gengar. Okay, that's it. Now, I've got the other 3 to do. We shall go through them, and after this one, we will try the wireless communicators. Because even the menu going into trading with the wireless communicators is different from just using the link cable. Get rid of my bendy spoon for my Gengar. Oh wow, my bendy spoon is evolving. It'll have multiple bendy spoons. Yay! And that is another one off the list, leaving us only 2 more. We shall quickly leave this, and I shall join you just as we're plugging in the wireless adapters. How dare you? We shall plug in the good old-fashioned wireless adapter, and I'm just going to turn this off slightly. I want to have them facing away from each other. Lord Fluff, a good friend of mine, you can check his channel in the description below. He asked me if it still works if you've got the wireless adapters pointing away from each other, which I haven't tested before. So I thought, let's give it a go. Playing Pokemon at an angle is very awkward compared to not, but let us see how this goes. Trade Center, yes, trade, and can it find each other? That is the question. So, please decide which of you is the leader. You join a group, and you become leader. Look at that, it has appeared. So yeah, they do definitely connect even if they're not facing each other. So they are quite robust. My memory serves me right as a kid. I do remember them that you could actually sit at the other side of a room from your friend and whatnot and be able to do it. So, you know, quite cool for 2000 and what was it, 2003? So that leaves us the fighting and the rock type. So give me back my Alakazam and let's send over Machoke. Oh, I need to press yes, don't I? I'm sitting here waiting for myself. So yeah, the animation is different. Instead of a cable, we've got the little wireless adapters. And that actually has a wee wireless symbol in the corner there as well. That is nice. And here's the evolution of Machoke. And we have a 4-armed man. Fantastic. And that brings us to our final trade. Graveler into Golem. I don't know if it is faster or slower for the trade. When you're, I mean, obviously, because I'm doing evolutions, I can't really measure it all that well. But I wonder if the wireless adapters are faster than the link cable, or it doesn't really make a difference. But there we are. I've got my Machamp back, and now we get to watch Graveler evolve. And we have a Golem. Well, there we go. So that does answer my question of whether or not there is different animations for the cable and wireless adapter. I do remember them being different in my head, but you know that way you don't know if you're just making that up or if it's an actual memory. It's good to know that there is a little detail there. And that gets me one step closer to completing my Leaf Green Pokedex, which has been far too long in the making. Like a ridiculous amount of time in the making. Because I started this save, would have been about what, 15, 16 years ago now? No, 17 years ago now? Yeah. But that does wrap it up. This was just a sort of shorter, silly video just to show off the difference between trading. I noticed a lot of people seem to enjoy the one where I did the trading with the cable, so I thought I'd show the difference between cable and wireless. But if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you enjoyed my content, think about subscribing, and have a great day.